I'm happy to have you on the call. I'm very excited. Where I am, it's really raining. I hope it's not raining where you are. I love rain. I hope it is. So we have a chat. I hope it's open for all of us. You can ask questions as we go. And I think also maybe the Q&A section may be open. Please feel free. I'm also going to give you ability to be able to unmute and maybe ask a question. I hope that's okay for everyone. So today I want us to have a conversation around WhatsApp and what does it mean for our businesses. I hope you can all see my screen. Session is going to take about an hour or less. It's really an introduction to an interesting topic around WhatsApp. So my name is Primera, and I call myself all things tech. I love technology. I enjoy technology. And in my enjoying technology, I also like to teach it a lot. Okay? I like to teach it. And when I teach tech, most of my work is around at UMI, if you want to find me for class. So at UMI, I teach AI marketing, I teach social media marketing, I teach marketing technology, and I teach a paper called Search Engine Optimization and Paid Search. Basically, the digital components, but also where marketing meets technology. On a normal day, I love to build solutions for businesses. But today, I just wanted to share my knowledge around WhatsApp and what it means for our business. So we are going to look at different areas, and I'm going to make sure to also do a live demo of what an actual solution looks like, just for you to be able to visualize the possibilities that exist in this area. Please give me a second. The rain is kind of giving me an interesting feedback here. All right, we are back on, and we can start on our session. I said I'm going to do an actual demo of what it actually means to work with WhatsApp for business. So every business that is growing has three problems, which take it to this level to ask this question. So the first question is, how do we respond to our customers faster and in a better way? How do we work when we don't have as many employees? Does it mean I need to employ other people to be able to have conversations with people on WhatsApp because my business is growing? Then the other one, it has happened to me many times. There are different businesses that I interact with. Depending on how that day is for that employee, they are going to respond differently. And also, different employees will talk to clients differently, which now distorts how our customers see us or how we need to interact with them when it comes to business. So there are three types of WhatsApp. There is the one for personal use, maybe most likely where the one that you're still on, the very first one you downloaded, you go to Play Store or the iOS Store, and then you say, I want WhatsApp. That's the first version. It is free. You can text for free. You can send voice notes. You can do videos. You can do group chat. You can use the status. Then we moved on. Some of us moved to WhatsApp Business. WhatsApp Business allows you to be able to put a catalog. You can use it for a small shop. Maybe I'm selling shoes, I'm selling clothes, I'm selling products, I'm selling a service. My personal number is here to WhatsApp Business. So I'm able to put a map of where I am. I'm able to put my phone number. I'm able to put my email address, my open hours, and all that. Then, when WhatsApp Business becomes unusable, and how to tell that it's unusable is when you get to about 5, when you get up to about 50 users a day. So if every day you are getting about 50 requests on WhatsApp, it's time up from using WhatsApp Business. Now, WhatsApp Business also allows you to connect up to 4 browsers. If you have used it, you know if you have a business WhatsApp number, you can put up to 4 devices to be able to view the messages and respond. And then we have the one we're going to discuss today, which is WhatsApp Business Platform, which is the API. Now, if we are receiving more than 50 messages a day, we have to reconsider what can we do better? How do we respond to customers faster? How are we consistent in terms of our brand? How are we consistent in terms of the language in which we speak to these customers? So this one allows us to be able to have AI in it embedded. This one allows us to have multiple team agents. That means you can have the same account over and over and different people logged in. Then you can also have it connect to customer databases. For example, a customer relationship management tool like a CRM. The CRM in a business should be the single source of truth for that business. Every customer that is on there should be the customer that we have as a business. Then we have a single business. It uses a single business phone number. And the only thing that the other two have that this doesn't have is it doesn't have, you cannot use its status. That's the difference. You cannot use the status for the business API application. Okay. So as a business, as me as a person and the company which I work for, we implement the business API platforms for businesses to be able to use. But today is really about information on what you could do with it. So we have a platform. So now, because I am going to discuss the WhatsApp Business Platform API, I really do have to introduce you to one. The one we work with is called Wati in itself. So we are able to move your phone number into full conversations with clients. And it is a Meta partner, Meta. So we are able to verify. So any conversation that starts in a WhatsApp environment, we have to be able to verify your phone number using Meta. So what happened is that many years ago, Meta bought WhatsApp, and that was the long short story. So it became part of them. So we verify your numbers using your Meta account. Usually an individual account is one that allows us to connect to your business number. So in here, we're able to build chatbots. It's not a hard job. You don't need heavy tech background to be able to know how to build them. And then it allows you to be able to allow the system to have conversations with your clients until such a point that you need to step in and maybe add more information. Or the customer service person or any person who is dealing with the customers is able to do that. Now, we turn WhatsApp into a team tool. because you can have many conversations at once. Different team members who are logged in can be able to view. I'm going to take you through a real demo of what it actually looks like so that you can have a real experience. I hope I will have incoming messages to the system for you to be able to see what it looks like really well. So what I was explaining is the team inbox. You can have 5 people, 10 people logged in, and they all have the same view. You can allocate the request to different people, or you can have one person answering. You can have chatbots on it that are responding to customers and speaking to them until a customer service agent internally can pick up. We can also send customers messages out at once, multiple people. Now you'll say, what's the difference between that and my personal one? When you send on your personal one, you can barely see who has opened. You can't send at a large scale. That right now they have really tried to limit so that people can use the business API. But with the business API, you can send up to even 2,000 messages at once to your clients. Now, it also allows you to do segmentation, for you to take out all your customers and divide them evenly so that they can be able to, or divide them the way you want. For example, you can have customers maybe who buy from us daily, customers who buy from us monthly, customers who come once a year. Depending, you can tell me the kind of businesses you have on the chart, then I can be able to give like direct examples of how you can use it. Then we have integration to Instagram. We say that WhatsApp is owned by Meta. Meta also owns Instagram. Meta also owns Facebook. Yeah. So here we are saying you can directly interact with the messages you're receiving on Instagram inside an API platform like this one. Then, of course, it allows for business calling, WhatsApp calling. This wasn't even available 2 months ago, but this is now available. You'll say, what are we going to do when we have to receive calls in WhatsApp? Now it's available in the business API environment. You can also have AI do that for you. So, as someone who is running a business or as a business owner, what would you do? How would you plan? So this shouldn't look complicated. What we do is that we start from planning. Then we plan what we are going to do, how we are going to do it, and then implement it. So this is one of the questions we ask. What needs to happen for us to be able to respond to the customer on WhatsApp? The first thing is we should have something that starts that conversation. Either the customer is the one writing us a message and saying, hello, how is the business doing today? Or hello, I want to buy this. They have to start a conversation. Some of the businesses that are using WhatsApp for business, I think I've seen MTN, I've seen Centenary Bank, I've seen UBA Bank. So all those are trying to use it to be able to support you to interact with the system before a human being can take over. Then we have instant reply messages, instant auto reply messages. Now, sometimes we work in our businesses between 8 and 5. But after 5 p.m., there's no one to receive calls. There's no one to reply to messages. So we can do auto replies when we are not in office. Or we can say that, okay, we are used to the system now. The system should be able to, it needs as much information about us. Let the system keep responding until, it keeps responding until maybe a human is required, not just after hours or not just on the weekends, not just on Sundays. We can do that. Then after that, we are able to build other qualifying questions. We give buttons, I'll show you what they look like, and then we give branches to that answer. If they say no, this is what you do. If they say yes, this is what you do. Someone asks you, maybe I am trying to order for a cake. I say I want a birthday cake. Then you can get the person to say maybe the age group. Is it a boy or a girl? Okay, those are like buttons of someone to choose. I can choose a girl. When I choose a girl, then the options it will give me are of pink birthday cakes with characters matching to girls. Then if I say boys, it will take me to a world where I'm choosing different kind of cakes. So that is what we mean by branches based on the answer. So if I say I'm a boy, I'll get blue cakes shown to me. If I am a girl, I'll see pink cakes shown to me. I'm just giving an example. Or maybe other things like agenda. You can use really anything to create the flow of logic, but it depends from business to business, it will be different. Then the other feature that is awesome is the smart handover. The system should know that I've exhausted all the knowledge I have about a certain topic, and it's time to say, okay, can I get you an agent to speak to you? Now, it doesn't say that this will always be like this. So as a business manager, every time we come across something that the chatbot might not know, we kind of add it to their knowledge base for them to learn and for them to know what they need to do. Okay. Another important thing with the business API applications is for them to have the ability to segment the broadcasts. Let's give an example with me. I teach students at UMI. I also interact with people on webinars like you. I also interact with my colleagues at work. Now, if you're going to send them messages, the way I interact with you and the way I interact with my students is different. So we do what we call segmentation. So as a business, we could have 3-4 parts of our business, and we don't want to mix how we have conversations with them. So you can be able to do that in the system. In a business APIs platform, you should be able to do that. 2, you should be able to have scheduled campaigns. This is where I have said I want this notification to go out to the people I am speaking to. Or, for example, after I'll give an example with you on the call, I may want to send a thank you message today for attending the session. So I could have scheduled it yesterday or earlier today and say, send it out at 2 p.m. Because at 2 p.m., I am sure we'll have finished our conversation. That's what scheduled campaigns does. And maybe you can send it out in your different kind of businesses you do, depending on different things. For example, we know that our staff won't be there on Friday. We're going for a team building. So what do? We schedule the campaigns to go out when we may not be available. Another thing a business API platform should have is delivery read and analytics. We want to know who has read, who hasn't read, who received and didn't open. We want to be able to see and also see which numbers on those. Okay. Then we have CRM and click to WhatsApp ads. This is being able to add anyone who has contacted us via WhatsApp to add them to our CRM. A CRM in full is customer relationship management tool, which should be part of the business that you have in terms of it documents everybody that you're working with in your organization. That is your, could be the customers that you have for your business. It could be the vendors that you have, and it also specifies how your sales funnel moves. So this is part of your sales funnel. When we have people who have shown interest in your product, they need to be put on the CRM so that they can be able to be followed up on. maybe until you close. Then we have CRM. Then we have the click to WhatsApp ads, which with the source tagged automatically, it can tell you where people came from. Did this person reach out to us via WhatsApp? Did they come to us via LinkedIn? Did they come to us via TikTok? You can be, or other people, it can be able to tell you that, like it was a referral, maybe from someone else, it can tell you that, which is, you don't have much of that in that, like you're no more, even WhatsApp business app on your phone. So where do we use it mostly? So the first is for CRM and sales. We are selling products and services. We want it to give feedback. We want even to help customers to make payments. We want to do the whole nine without worrying about losing any customer. So it should be able to pick up a customer. It should be able to have interactions with them. I have had one in real life that had Instagram conversations, over 200 conversations in 1 week, and it didn't lose anybody. It would even remember that you said, let's say today is Tuesday, and you say, remind me on Thursday, and it would actually do exactly that. It would remind, let me as a person, when you tell me, remind me on Thursday, Hillary tells me, remind me on Thursday, I won't remember unless I put a calendar request. We also use it for e-commerce websites. It integrates very well with Zoho Commerce, Shopify, WooCommerce to be able to send out order notifications, shipping updates, abandoned carts. This is very important also in terms from the e-commerce side. Then we have automation and API. When we open, we want to be able to create certain triggers. If something happens, we are able to let the WhatsApp business solution that we have created be able to respond accordingly. Okay? So as a business, we also work with Zoho applications, and integration with them has been amazing in terms of the integration between the WhatsApp app and Zoho tool. Okay. So now I am going to go into the system itself, and allow me to go back to your homepage on another screen. I hope you can still see my screen. Please comment what I know that you can see. Are you still enjoying the rain like me? Thank you, Benna. Thank you, Daniel. Okay, I'm happy that you can see my screen. I'm just trying to go back to the homepage where I came from. All right, so this is it trying to load. Let's start from here. I know you probably have never seen a screen that looks like this, and yet we are talking about having WhatsApp. This is actually what it looks like if we are going to do WhatsApp on it. Let me do the last 30 days and we see what we've done. So the last 30 days, this particular system has sent out 491 messages out. 481 were delivered, 360 were read, 50 were replied to, 0 was, it sent 0, then 80 failed. Yeah. Okay, the ones that are in queue for sending are not there. Processing, no, and queued, no. Okay, we don't have anything right now. So you can actually see just from there. So some of these notifications are just notifications. They don't need to be responded to. So just a moment, I explain what that means and what you can use WhatsApp for. Okay. So when you're using WhatsApp, you can use it in three different ways. The first way is to send broadcast messages to customers. Two, you can use it for notifications. We are also using it for notifications. I'm just going to show you in a short while how it looks like. Then the last method you can use is one-time codes. If you're building a solution where you need to deliver one-time codes, Telegram uses it. I know you've had an experience. Even X sometimes uses it to generate one-time codes and send them to you. So those are the three ways you can use this WhatsApp Business API to support you. Three ways. The first one is marketing, the way we are sending notifications. Two, you can use it for authentication, sending one-time codes to clients so that they can use them from WhatsApp. The other one is following up on welcome back. Welcome back. Let me just share my screen again. Yeah, I hope you can see my screen once again. So this is what it's showing. Then I have tried to explain the things you can use WhatsApp notifications, WhatsApp messages for. One, marketing. Two, you can use it for authentication, sending one-time password codes, or you can use it for sending like updates. Maybe you have an order confirmation, things like that. We call that a utility, or following up on a transaction. Those are the three ways you can use these WhatsApp messages. Now, messaging using WhatsApp is very interesting. So to send out a message, or you must first create the message that you're going to send to the people that you want to send to. So we add them here as contact. In here, I think I have over 2,000 contacts. Yes. Up here, you can see contacts. I have 2,116 contacts in here. Just here, they have been added over time. And then I have the team inbox, where the messages are coming through. So we have a message here. So you can see all the messages here. I can see the open ones. We don't really keep unopened. We don't keep unread. We don't keep any pending messages. You can actually see them here. Okay. Then you can see all chats. You can see them coming through here. These ones are mostly notifications, like I said earlier. We send out a lot of notifications using it. So like this is a payment confirmation. being sent out by a system called Ntuma to their client. So when they click here, they usually get their receipt notification. So that is one way of usage, though we can go down and try and look if we have inquiries, right? Someone can hear and give you a comment of what they're saying. So we have a whole system inside here that is able to have conversations. Yeah? So the other thing about conversations inside here is that they last only 24 hours. So that means as a business, we must be aggressive enough to respond to them. If we want a bot to respond to them, even better, so that we know that they have gotten a response of some sort. The other thing is you can tag a message like this one from Grace. I can tag this message as Ntuma message because that is the notification it has. I can do that. I can also add notes here and say, we need to speak to this client, about payment options. Now, when I do this, only my team members who are working client, we only my team member can see this. So if I leave my shift, maybe I've been working and I've gone home, someone else can always take over and understand what we are talking about with that client. You can see all the active chats here. These are the ones that are open where we can be able to respond to the client. And then we talked about the open ones assigned to me. I can also be able to reassign this to someone else if I'm not able to work on it. Maybe it's end of shift. Maybe my time to go somewhere else has come, so I can be able to do that. So you can also see the ones that have come in the last 24 hours if I want to respond, because these are the only ones you can respond to. As if time has passed, it has passed. You can see those ones that are solved. You can see those ones that have expired. You can be able to follow up with really a lot of this. Then we have the contacts I've shown you, but you can also add contacts here. When you're adding contacts, you can just add one at a time, or you can add multiple at a time. I can add even up to maybe even 10,000. I can import from here, or this one is even telling me it can connect to a CRM to be able to fetch the phone numbers and the names from there. Next is Astra. Astra is creating an agent. You can create an AI agent. For those, you can connect an existing one, or you can build your own if you want to. So the one you're seeing there is built by me, but I haven't finished building this one. But they are here. There's one here, which is in progress. Let me try to edit it so that you can see. I think I connected them. It's a very interesting process, but you can do it yourself. So it gives you everything you need to be able to build for you. Then for the e-commerce site, you can connect directly to Shopify, or you can connect to Google, even Google. Hello? Let me share my screen again. right? This is a bot in itself, how it's supposed to look. But before we come here, we always and always will have to draft it outside of here and say, what do we want to see? So I'm just going to try. If we can test this. Yeah, I've sent a message to it. Let's see. Yeah, we're here. So I hope you can see my screen. I've initialized, and then it has given me what would you like me to help you today. And you see it has three things. So I'm going to say support. I'm clicking on my phone. I've clicked on support because that's available. Then it's going to go on to say our support team will reach out to you shortly. Thank you for choosing ABC. Then maybe let me see if I choose another option. Yeah, would like us to help us today. So this is an option where I said, I want support. So it's saying, we're going to reach out to you and get back to you. So the lag between, and you can see the blue ticks, that means it's been read. So you can have an interaction with the customer, but with a predefined conversation and say, this is how we want to interact with our customers. Our customers are buying fruits from us. What does that mean? I'll give you options, maybe option 1, option 2, option 3, until you choose what you want. So here we should continue and have more conversations, right, with the system until I'm able to get what I need from the system. Then we have, that is in the automations in terms of creating chatbots. And you can see up here, all the triggers. These are notifications that it can send, like you're not working that day, you can define all the messages here. You can build the chatbots here for multiple things. And then what it does is that it helps us define how many or what would be the keyword someone to send for the system to start giving feedback to it. So you can, for me, I just said any. So when I typed in hello, let me show you. When I typed in hello, this is my account. When I typed in hello, it just said, thank you for contacting ABC. How would you help you today? It starts that process. So you can have multiple bots. There is no limit to how much you can build in here. And then each bot can do something different. So you can tell people maybe to send the word support. When they do support, it will send them in a whole different journey in which to sequence that. Now, I also want to talk about something that I find important is what we call drip campaigns. Allow me to explain what those are. For example, if I want customers to be able to stay with me for a long time and I am onboarding a customer, I can say that I want to define our customer journey. What that means is that over the next 10 days, what conversations are we going to have between me and you, who is my new customer, like Aisha? What does that mean? So what we are going to do is I am going to define what those 5 days will look like, or 10 days. I'm going to say day 1, send my customer a message like this. Day 2, send them a message like this. I want to give you an example of messages. So when you want to send to define a message, you must have these messages approved by Meta. They must approve them. So I created one earlier so that we can have a demo for this session. So I created here master your business finances. I gave it a name, which is descriptive, so that I can be able to find it at some point. I gave it a category of marketing. And then I gave it languages in English. It also allows other languages in there. Then I uploaded an image, then I uploaded a body. It allows me to use a feature called variables to be able to add this name, for example, you're seeing here. Okay? This name here. So what it's going to do is that when it's going to send out the message, it is going to say, hello, Proscovia, like what you can see here. Hello, Primera, here in the preview section. And it's showing you how the image will look at and how the message will look like. Then down here, it allows us to put the buttons we talked about for people to directly sign up or for people to book a free consultation. That is what I want people here to do. Then I can add anything, even if I'm doing an offer code. Maybe I am sending people for 50% discount. This is the code you're going to use when you come to the website. You can be able to do that. And then you can also enable tracking if you want to add this maybe to your website. You want to know like how many people interacted with this from the website. Now, because I'm done with this template, it is in draft status. I am going to submit it to Meta for approval. So I am going to send it to Meta for approval. Submit. Then it will send me a message and tells me Meta will take 10 minutes to 2 days in rare cases for template review. I know it won't take that long. So I can also choose either to upload contacts, but I won't go that route because I already have some contacts in here. So I'm going to choose maybe that one and add, yep, and just save that one. So I'm going to go back to, this is the campaigns feature. I am going to go to my templates. This one is pending because I've sent it to Meta. Then I am going to have, I have another one here that is ready. So what I called it is day one, understand their needs. So I'm trying to create a 2-day. So here I have day one, I have day 0, day one. So I can create like 10 messages that are all flowing. This one is called welcome. It's a welcome message. If you join our like if you're part of us and say, hey, I want to be part of your team or part of our customers. So you'll receive day 0. So the very same day you contact us for the first time, this, as long as we add you here, it will, to this segment, it will send you a message and say welcome. Then day 1, it will send you this message, maybe to tell you more about what you do. What's your biggest business challenge? Tell us if you spend so much time on certain processes, blah, blah, things like that. So I haven't finished building it out. I am still building it out. I hope to get up to like day 20, or day 10, 20, then I start planning who is going to receive. So I can have a certain set of customers, let's say 50 customers that are going to receive this. So today is day 0, tomorrow's customers are day 0 and something like that. So we are able to engage them. That conversation of asking your team, did you call this person? Have you checked in with this person? That can be a system that's over. So you plan for the first 10 days, maybe, for example, you have new people that you need to onboard in your environment. So right now, I have, I think, this one, which is, I wanted to just practically do. This is a practical one for today's session. Please put your numbers on the chat so that I can send you and you have a feel directly. If I can get like 2 numbers, I would be fine so that you can receive it and see. This is a practical one I did. The picture is there. It has greetings and then a name. Thank you for attending today's session from the ABC team powered by ABC. Then we have a feedback link here. Give your feedback here, which you can see it here. Book a free consultation. You can see it here. It has already been approved by Meta. So this one, it can go now, and we experience it. Let me see if I've received any number on your call. Okay, thank you, Benna. I have seen it. I've seen your number. It's just a test. Okay. So this is it. So I'm going to pick my audience. I'm going to put a name here. See. Let me shoot. I've been alone, but I'm not sure. I think you could be in the system. You see. You're not in the system. You just go and add you. Add new. Just add you here. Then Uganda. So you can send to any country of your choice. For us, we're international. Okay. Now, we'll come back to the campaign. This is what you want to send. And audience. Yeah, you can find Benna now. To click, and then I'm going to publish it. Yeah. Right. So I'm going to come to my campaign overview and I can see that I've sent this. Benna, confirm that you have seen it. And then we should see the status change to red and then to replied. Yeah. Okay, let's see red. Yeah, you can see you're here. This is the campaign we sent. We sent to one contact. They have read it. You can reply to it. And we say like thank you or something. Would be nice. Yeah, it's come through. Then you have it. So we can be able to see that you actually received it. Yay, you can all see that you actually received it the way we wanted it to go. It has the picture, it has her names, because we had said show the names. Thank you for attending the session. Then she can click here and give feedback. She can look. Then she said thank you for them. So I can also reply to her. Thank you, Benna. Be sure to give us your feedback. And she'll receive it. However, after 24 hours, I can also tag this as WhatsApp session. So thank you. I think that's my demonstration. The rest are just the analytics. They are quite heavy. So you can see how many are open, You can see how many agents you have in the system, who has what allocated. You can see the count of tags you have. These are Ntuma tags, WhatsApp session. You can see how you're doing with the tickets, how many are being sent out. You can see delivery status. Here we delivered messages sent to our 219 in the time frame here. Then we have no messages to display. Then red 60, unread, failed were only 19. So here I said you can use notifications for utility, marketing, and service. You see our heavy part we're using is utility, delivering the notification I was talking about. Authentication, we are not, and authentication internationally, we are not using that. So these are the others you can get, other statistics you can receive, analytics from the system, which ordinary WhatsApp would not do for you on a phone. It's not going to be able to do that for you, right? So you can see even how much time the operators are spending. Sundays today has spent about 2 hours here. The rest haven't spent any time. You can say, guys, what are you doing? You can be able to observe productivity. This allows us to connect with other systems. For us, it's connected with a payment system. So when people pay, we can be able to deliver notifications to them. So I'm open for questions at this point on different things you'd like to do or anything you'd like more clarity on. All right, thank you so much. I'm going to close the session. We are available. Aisha, we've interacted before. I think with everyone we've interacted before. Please be sure to interact with us anytime you want to, even more demonstration on what we do and other products and solutions we do. We'd be happy to support you. Thank you very much. Aisha, you're asking, can it connect to our website? I would need more information on what do you mean connect to our website? Like for chatting at the bottom, like a chatbot on the bottom. I think maybe that's what you mean. If that's what you mean, yes, that can happen. Yes, we can do that, Aisha. It can connect. But on the back side, it's not on our phone. It's going to be connecting to the application where someone can log on with a username and password. Right. Thank you. I'll send you the link to it. It has a 2 weeks trial, 2 weeks, which is completely free, like nothing. You don't need a visa. You just log on and try it out for 2 weeks. We'll send it to you on email. Thank you.